thinning or topping the golf ball is often referred to as the beginner's fault. It's like the first thing that we all started doing when we played golf, is we were scared of hitting the ground. So we went around the golf course trying to hit every ball in the top half. And as the club hits the top, we would class that as a top shot. If the club hits around about the equator, we would class that as a thin shot. And if the club gets below the equator, generally that's going to be more successful golf shots. The ball's going to fly higher into the air, feeling better on the club face. And generally speaking, when we see golfers who are relatively new to the game of golf, they're just starting out, if the ball is on the ground, it's harder. If they're on a tee peg, it's easier. For some golfers, when they go down to their shorter irons that have more loft, they still find that harder because they're meant to get under the ball even more with that, and they really struggle with striking the ground. And for a lot of golfers, when they play, particularly on a beautiful surface like I've got here out on a nice golf course, they're really scared of taking a divot. They're really scared of hitting the ground, and they play golf like they're the greenkeeper's best friend. They just go around hitting the top of the golf ball. So from a good address position here, they make a swing, they hit the top of the golf ball, and it goes no distance at all. Whereas what we'd actually want to do is sort of fall out with the greenkeeper a little bit, go ahead and ruin his golf course, go ahead and take a divot. If I make a good swing here with an 8-iron, I've taken a really big chunk of turf there. It's around about the size of a dollar bill, and it was right before the golf ball, sorry, right after the golf ball. So the golf ball came right before the divot. So if I bring this golf ball back, it was here and the divot was after it. So from that side of things, if I was playing my shot this way, my golf ball there and then the divot. So if you're thinning the golf ball, I'd actively encourage you to go out and take some divots. Try and make a bit of a mess of the place, as long as you go and take the divot and put it back in afterwards. Now, on a practice ground, so I don't need to do that, but if you're on the golf course, put your divots back. But the encouragement there is to go out on the golf course and take a divot. So when you make your swing, you set up, you bring the club back, down, and you go into the floor, and you can see the roots of the grass flying up here. I want to be able to do that each time, because that's going to help me get under the golf ball, get the ball flying up into the air. If all I'm doing is go around the golf course scared of hitting the floor, trying to hit the top of the ball, I'm just going to thin my way around the golf course. Think if I've got a soccer ball down in front of me, how do I get that ball to go higher? I kick down more. How do I get that ball to go lower? I maybe hit midway on the ball and just pass it across the floor. And if I only ever kicked the top of the ball, it would just p-roll across the floor. So kick down to make something go up. Hit down in your golf swing to make the ball go up into the air. The rest of the tips in this little series are focused on how you can stop thinning and topping your golf shots.